can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going with the Celtics.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
It's time for the NBA. Hey, Dave. Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA. Thanks. A look at the Magic starting group. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. And for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point guard. Now here is Augustine. That one goes. Count it. Both these teams, Doris, relying tonight on the execution in their half-court game.
A little bit of a throwback, sort of an old-fashioned approach tonight. Don't worry, we're going to have plenty of highlights. It is the NBA. We know there are great players on both sides of the ball, Kev, but how about this ability to execute under duress of a 24-second shot clock? It's going to be really interesting to watch.
Here's Fournier, following the basket by Kevin Love. Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession. And here is Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. There's the pass to Osman. Dishes it to Drummond. Love right side. Stolen by Gordon. Ennis passes to Fournier. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis.
Well, the body of Evan Fournier comes into play in these difficult finishes. That's really nice.
Love, great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort. Here's Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, a legit threat to finish it with authority.
Here's Love. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Doris, among NBA big men, Kevin Love with some of the best hands you'll find in the league.
No doubt, Kevin, and that's going to help in his shooting game, his passing game, and his rebounding game. This is one of the most skilled bigs we've seen in the history of the league.
Augustine dishes to Ennis. Outside Gordon. Back to Ennis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Now here's Love. 6 points for him. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Right side Fournier. Gordon against Drummond. Gordon inside. 4 on the clock. Augustine, no luck.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Nice move. And Love finishes off inside. Love's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, you got to try and do your best to get Kevin Love out of the paint, because this guy is so adept at using his frame and his strength to get that kind of inside position.
Vucevic, good D by Drummond.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That's his first foul. Orlando making some changes. Ken Burge is checked in for Ennis. Terrence Ross comes in for Fournier. And it's Fulton for Augustine. On the wing, Gordon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
That gives them the lead.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Now here's Fultz. Not a lot of room. On the wing, Gordon. Covered by Nance. And the basket by Gordon.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
So for the Magic, Mohamed Bamba comes in for Nikola Vucevic, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Aaron Gordon. Garland kicks to Thompson. Pass to Windler. From deep three-point range, Birch grabs the board.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Here is Ross, following the score by Cleveland. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Porter finds Nance. Lets it go from 14. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Carter-Williams, the pass to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, you better keep the 7-footer Mo Bamba away from the cup. What an easy finish.
Now, here's Garland. From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Kevin Love has been leading the... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Carter-Williams is out there with Markelle Fultz. Then it's Bamba. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the power forwards position. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man Colin Sexton already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Drummond's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. Doris, so interesting to watch 7-footers who almost never shot three-pointers make that now a featured part of their game.
Give some credit to the coaches who recognized the game was being revolutionized, and that three-point shooting, regardless of position, would become integral to success. So a guy like Marc Gasol, who actually fought the idea of taking threes, Brook Lopez, Nikola Vucevic, all of them have become more integral to team success and more capable NBA players because they can shoot the basketball. It's beautiful.
It is. Evolving and adapting at that size has been something to watch.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Osman, the pass to Drummond. Shoots over Bamba. And Love with the second chance points. Love's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
From the moment he entered the league, Kevin Love has been one of the top offensive rebounders in the NBA. Simply tenacious.
Now here's Fournier. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Now here's Sexton. He's guarded by Fournier. And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Porter. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And Augustine kicks to Carter Williams. Back to Augustine. Lets it go from the wing, and it's in there. And the Magic lead by 2.
I'll tell you, DJ Augustine, he will not disappoint if you give him the mid-range. Nicely done.
Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
They'll credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
For the Magic, Vucevic, he's checked in for Bamba. Aaron Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. And it's James Ennis in for Michael Carter Williams. Ennis kicks to Augustine. Pass to Fournier. Here's Ennis. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Now, here's Fournier after Colin Sexton's miss.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
The Magic have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. The offensive rebound. Lob pass to Gordon and stolen by Love. Here's Sexton. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And the basket by Gordon.
Well, just so good at navigating his way into that painted area. Incredible confidence from Aaron Gordon.
Now Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago.
And let's not forget about the assists. This guy is a playmaker, was a driving force for that offense. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so here's Orlando. Gordon dishes to Augustine. Outside Fournier. A three-pointer off the mark. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sport. There was no slowing down Kevin Love early on. He had 10 points, 3 rebounds. Thanks for joining.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kevin Love really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you this. He is a relentless scorer at this point, Aaron Gordon. He is not afraid of taking contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Doris, 4 years and $76 million for Aaron Gordon. And good money if you can get it.
No doubt, Kevin. And in today's NBA, Aaron Gordon is well worth it. This guy is on the upswing of his career. He's got plenty of room for growth. Tremendous athlete and getting more and more skilled.
A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical, thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. Now here's Drummond. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. That one wide left.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here is Nance. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic, Sexton, and that one good. Sexton's got 4 this quarter.
It always helps to have a big who is willing to find open teammates. Larry Nance proving how unselfish he can be.
That one good for 2. Augustine's got the lead up to 3 now for Orlando.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Garland has it in the corner. To the middle, here's Thompson, and foul on the shot. So he'll, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's D.J. Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Porter's checked in for the Cavaliers. Orlando also making some changes. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for James Ennis. Ross comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Fulton for Augustine.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against 2 of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Nance finds Thompson to the wing right side. Now, here's Garland. Defense is right there, and a missed layup. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians, but as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Here's Fultz. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Ross in the corner. Launches it. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Here's Windler. And a wide open look for Porter. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Magic leading by 3. Pass to Fultz. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Ross with the slam.
Boy, you need to have the kind of vertical Terrence Ross has to take care of that basketball. My goodness, the alley-oop, a lot easier when he's on the receiving end.
And the shot is good. Porter's got his second basket.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Ross for three. Drills it from outside. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Porter passes to Windler. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Windler's got 6.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Vucevic. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Vucevic has got the lead back up to 6 now for the Magic. The kick out to Porter and stolen by Gordon. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Magic out in front, up by 6. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So it's Orlando now. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Orlando, Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
It's deflected. Love looking around. Here's Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
And Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got the game tied up here for Cleveland.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
And it's Gordon missing. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Vucevic with the bucket.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
The pass to Sexton. The kick out to Porter. Rebound by the Magic.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Let's prove it time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Love. Osman kicks to Porter. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Gordon. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Magic lead by 2.
Aaron Gordon in a big moment, unafraid to deliver. How pretty is that?
Here's Sexton. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Garland, he's checked in for Porter. Fournier's checked in for Orlando. The Magic have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Ennis dishes to Fournier. Back to Ennis. It's Fournier on the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Orlando lead.
The tested veteran coming through in a big-time moment. Evan Fournier, go ahead, serve.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Ennis passes to Augustine. Ennis taking his time here. The drive by Vucevic. Back to Ennis. 6 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Gordon for 3. And it's Osman with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Cleveland moving it around. And the dunk by Love.
How does Kevin Love slip away from the defense, comes up with a gigantic fourth quarter score?
Here's Augustine and blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's Garland.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment. Augustine in the clutch. DJ doing it.
Cavaliers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Love, and it's blocked by Gordon. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Sexton. Garland with it. Drummond is doubled. Passes it to Osman. Back to Drummond. Love right side. And stolen by Gordon. Fournier with the ball. Guarded now by Sexton. Count it!
Well, the seasoned pro, no letting the defense impede his progress in a clutch moment. Nice.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. There's Garland. No good with the triple. Outside Fournier. Ennis in the corner. Back to Fournier. Pass to Augustine. They get a hand on it, and Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. This win.
movements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The Chicago River winding its... It's got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that, they're young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. And for Chicago, Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3 set. Now here's Fournier. Gordon inside. Guarded by Porter. That shot misses. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the team committed to Boylan to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong there.
Vucevic tries again. Back to Ennis. Outside Fournier. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Markkanen pulls it in.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Kick out to Levine. Trying to get open is Carter. And there's Levine on the assist from Carter.
Well, easy look provided by Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can move the rock.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Different styles of basketball, and we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just want a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon.
Oh, wow!
Nice! Got to give Levine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat-out nasty.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Over to the wing. Augustine from outside.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movements.
Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Otto Porter. How last month turned out for him. He's right around 13 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls, leading by 5. Kicks to Levine. Marking in against Gordon. Pass to Carter. 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Bulls.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lowry Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter. And Satoransky subbed in for White. Orlando also making some changes. Ross, he's checked in for James Ennis. And it's Fulton for Augustine. And the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game. Dunn, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. The Magic also changing it up. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Gordon. And it's Carter Williams in for Fournier. Offensive rebound. Dunn kicks to Satoransky. From beyond the arc. And that one is off. So Orlando will take it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Now here's Fultz. Satoransky covering.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
The pass to Fultz. Passes to Ross. Goes back up. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Chicago making some changes. Denzel Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Harrison in for Satoransky. No good from Ross. Chicago leading by 3. Young in the corner. Front past the arc. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
When you're open, Carter Williams will find you. He knows his role well.
Chicago's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Dunn. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Carter Williams kicks to Ross. Pass to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
So on the floor for Orlando, Markelle Fultz out there with Carter Williams. Then it's Bamba. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the 4 spot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Magic ball. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
Pass to Birch. Young with the steal. And the foul on Kem Birch. That is his first foul of the game. That's his first personal foul. Down low, here's Valentine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. The shot by Harrison, no good.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Ross on the wing. 24-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Harrison kicks to Valentine. To the inside. Cornette. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. As with every position, creating offense now. Which big men do the best job of scoring off the bounce?
That's a good question. LaMarcus Aldridge in San Antonio, Coach Pop is giving him the freedom. And Joel Embiid, we sleep on him because he's 7 foot, but when he faces up in the post, he doesn't usually give you his back. He faces up, triple threat, gives you a jab step, a counter in and out, and gives you something nice. I mean, his ball handling ability is great for a 7-footer, and I like Embiid.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude.
Whoa! Finish! Run that back. I want to see the replay now. That's just a real concentration from Levine. Accepting the hit and finding a way to work through it.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim. And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. Saturansky comes in for White. Levine kicks to Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. Sinks the triple. Markkanen's got 5 now.
And really, this is Markkanen's greatest weapon, a 3-point sniper with impressive range.
Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Outside, Levine. And he makes good on the layup. Levine's got 4 points this quarter.
And the wily strength of Levine. I mean, he does a great job fending off the defense on the way up.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. It's a 5-point game. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. 1:30 left in the first half. Augustine from outside. Rebound collected by LaVine. The Bulls leading by 7. To the middle. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Ross is checked in for Orlando.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough man.
Yeah, he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
Chicago making a switch here. Young's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Mohamed Bamba comes in for Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. And it's Carter-Williams in the corner. And Carter-Williams slams it in.
Carter-Williams is a rarity. A point guard who can absolutely throw it down, thanks mainly to the size.
Here's LaVine. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. LaVine's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls. Lob pass to Gordon. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possessions. Go get it, young man. Go get it. LaVine's so fun to watch on these alley-oops.
Carter-Williams finds Vucevic. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
You know, back in 2017, Zach LaVine tore his ACL, ended a promising season with Minnesota. That offseason, while rehabbing, LaVine was traded to the Bulls, but he used both events to fuel his career.
Here's Harrison with 1 on the clock, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 11.
Just playing with poise and confidence.
And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Chicago.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He ended up with 19 points and 1 assist. He's clearly... Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Chicago right now, Wright and LaVine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at center. And stolen by White. Outside LaVine. And stolen by Fournier. Oh, Vucevic in position. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So it's Orlando now, trailing by 13. They get a hand on it, stolen by LaVine.
And look, he was laying in wait for that pass. I mean, lured him into his trap.
Porter finds Carter. LaVine, oh,
but did you see that?
Showing off the entire arsenal right now. LaVine so outstanding, scoring in a multitude of ways.
Oh, that's That's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Carter on the wing. Back to Levine. The dish to Porter. On the wing, Levine. Clock at 6. They get it back. He can't get that one. The Magic trail by 13. Lob pass to Gordon. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Markkanen can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Fournier. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists now in this one. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Bulls. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Yep, it counts. Levine's got 25 points. There's more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
Really love doing it on the road. At home, it's really cool. But on the road, it's great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect. Some changes for Chicago. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Valentine in for Levine. Ross is checked in for Orlando. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Fournier.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
It would be a shame to make all this progress and let them off the hook. You got to keep the pressure on.
And there's the pass to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Banked in off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Look at how Porter just exploits that screen and roll that time. He's always prepared to shoot off the pick.
Now here's Fournier. Defense right on him. Over Valentine. The drive by Gordon. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Denzel Valentine.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. The Magic also changing it up. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Fournier. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Back to Harrison. Stolen by Bamba. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Gordon's running.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Yeah, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive end. One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Chris Dunn picks one up.
And the balance folks have terrific at taking the contact and finding a way to finish.
Satoransky's checked in for Denzel Valentine. Satoransky gets the bucket. The Magic trail by 8. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Young with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
It's an agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
For Chicago, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Fultz the pass to Ross. And the jam by Ross.
Wow, the solid court awareness. Leave someone open on Fultz squad and you're going to regret it.
Dunn attacking. Can't hit from in close.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
You really couldn't ask for a better finisher for that play. Bamba able to go above and beyond there. It makes him a humongous target.
And so it's Chicago, headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Chicago leading by 7. And so in the game for the Magic, Ross is the 3 with Gordon at the 4. Markelle Fultz out there with Michael Carter-Williams. And it's Birch in at the 5 spot. Here's Harrison. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Orlando making some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Kem Birch. And it's James Ennison for Carter-Williams. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Chicago has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. That one goes in, and the Bulls lead by 11.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Dependable when it comes to sharing the wealth. Folks, he's skilled at getting it to his guys.
Cornette passes to Young. Dunn outside. Inside. And Young with the basket on the assist from Dunn.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Lowry Markkanen comes in for Young. Porter's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And Levine subbed in for Dunn. The Bulls leading by 11. Outside, Levine. Off the left rim and out. Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Ross finds Gordon. Fultz looking around. And finished off by Fultz.
Possessing the athleticism to hammer it down, you better check out Fultz. He's demonstrating how powerful he can be.
Bean passes to Satoransky. To the paint. 6 on the shot clock. Charity stripe shot. Offensive rebound. Levine wide open. The kick out to Porter for 3. Harden. It's good on the putback.
Oh, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
One-on-one here. Here's Markkanen. Dishes it to Levine. And that'll be 2 free throws coming. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Passes it to Porter. It's hauled in by the Magic.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Fultz.
Adept at figuring out ways to score from mid-range. Fultz showing he has the touch.
Levine can't hit.
and he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Here's Fultz. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Levine, the kick out to Porter. Carter dishes to Porter. Pass to Levine. There's the triple. The shot, no good. And Orlando will come the other way. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's foul number 2 for him. The Bulls making a switch here. White's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Evan Fournier comes in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. And there's the bucket for Markkanen.
You love seeing Markkanen take the initiative like this. When he sees these opportunities, he jumps on them.
Here's Gordon. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And because of his skill set, Levine often puts the defense in tight spots. I mean, you have to be careful guarding.
So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free throws. Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
He kicks to Markkanen. Outside Levine. It's stolen by Ennis.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Outside Porter. Pass to Levine. Outside Porter. And so it's Chicago winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did it.
talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Take a look at the Heat. Advantage in one series. And of course, there's the Magic, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And I think for the Magic, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And for Miami, Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the 1. Butler passes to Jones. And Jones slams it in.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon with the finish.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Augustine dishes to Vucevic. Outside Fournier. Passes to Gordon. He kicks it to Ennis. Takes a 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Nunn. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And Brett, both teams really want this win. Playoff implications are at stake.
This is going to be an interesting night to see who it is that stands up, Kevin, and who it is that realizes the imperative nature of this game for their playoff chances. This could have some seeding implications as well.
And the players know it well, too, don't they?
The players know it well, and the veteran players and the players who have that experience and that hunger to get back there, they're letting the other guys know that tonight, let's lock in and tune it up. Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong. And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And the shot goes down. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
And when he gets inside, Butler's not going to be denied. Tremendous focus down low.
Here's Gordon. That shot missing. Well, he go the other way with it. Down low. It's Butler that time on the assist from Robinson. Butler's got 6. And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
And great, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Here's Bamba, and a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in.
Loving the toughness there from Bamba. Just needs to keep proving that he's not to be messed with.
Dragic kicks to Crowder. Drills the baseline jumper.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Oh, the athleticism from Fultz is off the charts. Turns on the jets whenever he's taken off towards the basket.
Now here's Butler trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Charlotte. The Magic trail by 9. Pass to Fultz. Back to Bamba. Pass to Fultz. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you can see Fultz has the respect of the defense already. Sometimes they have to settle for whacking him on the way up.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Jimmy Butler. The pass to Olynyk. It's Iguodala with the drive.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
The Heat making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. And the dunk by Bamba.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Back to Dragic. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Crowder. Bamba with the block.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Michael Carter-Williams gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Heat shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And while Dragic doesn't get to the free throw line all that often, when he does, he's usually pretty good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
The basket's coming early and often in the first. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. We've got Markelle Fultz. He's out there with Michael Carter-Williams. Mohamed Bamba is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the 4-man position. Throws it up high. And the dunk by Bamba.
Just throw it up there. I mean, Bamba, as long as you time the pass right, he's going to flush that one down. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Now, here's Fultz. He's covered closely. Bamba passes to Fultz. Just 5 on the clock. But he gets it back. Bamba with it. Leonard picks him up.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Ross with the steal. To the middle. Carter Williams kicks to Birch. Here's Bamba. Tries again. And the layup is good. Bamba's got 10 points in the game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench.
The Magic making a switch here. Vucevic checked in for Kem Birch. Gordon comes in for Terrence Ross. Fournier's checked in for Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter Williams. And that one, good. And the Heat lead by 4. Left with offensive rebounding, which players can you count on to create second chance opportunities every game they play?
Well, Giannis in Milwaukee does a pretty good job with his length, grabbing boards and being able to go back in and cause some problems for the defense. Rudy Gobert is always around the rim, both defensively and offensively. DeAndre Jordan did that for years. So it'll be interesting to see, well, if he can continue that role down there to be a putback and a stick-back guy.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Out left to the wing. Silva, the pass to Nunn. 6 to shoot. To the left side wing. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of it.
In the corner, it's Robinson. Passes it to Adebayo. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Silva, the pass to Leonard. Hits the jumper in space.
He's still trying to polish this side of his game up. Leonard looking very comfortable on that move.
Here's Augustine. Lays it up off the glass. Augustine's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
To the right side. Silva, defended by Gordon. Pass to Nunn. Out to the right wing. Here's Silva. And it doesn't even draw iron.
And that's how you want to see defense play. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
Here's Robinson. Kept alive.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That's his first foul. Fultz looking around and finished off by Fultz.
And how about the attitude of Fultz? When he's taking it inside, he's aiming to hurt somebody's feelings.
And that's it for the first half of action. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, for Orlando, it was a challenging first quarter. They tried to get their legs under them, and that'll do.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And guys, you know, Mohamed Bamba has really been making it happen.
He's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
Been aggressive to block shots, but also avoiding fouls. That's a heavy presence inside.
Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
Derek Jones gets talked about a lot in terms of his dunking prowess and the way that he can get up in the air and maybe make a poster and a memory in the flash of an eye. But beyond the dunks, he's done a good job of really improving his game since coming into the league in 2016.
Pass to Vucevic. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And the pass to Nunn. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Nunn's got his third basket of the night. Hey, Brent, for Derek Jones, he saw the floor a good amount in his first full season with the Miami Heat.
Derek Jones is somebody that the Miami Heat continue to explore, and I guess if you're within that organization in Miami for a number of seasons, they like something about your competitive spirit, and that's where Derek Jones has probably found a home here in Miami.
48, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Right side, Butler. It's good. Butler's got 12.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Orlando trailing here. Now here is Augustine. He's got 6. Count it. 6 points for Aaron Gordon.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Nunn passes to Butler. Adebayo. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Heat lead by 2.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
So both teams making some changes here. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
They get it back. Oh, and the jam by Bamba.
Yeah, and this is something Bamba does so well. Unbelievable recognition and timing to come up with offensive rebounds.
Now here's Dragic. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And another shot. And here's Iguodala outside. Rebound by the Magic. Bamba's got 7 rebounds in the game. Ross passes to Augustine. Inside, here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
To the inside, and the dunk by Bamba.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Dragic. Outside, Crowder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Clark. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Crowder's got his second basket of the night. Augustine passes to Ross. Iguodala with the steal. And now Crowder running the floor all by himself.
Good hustle by Iguodala, an alert defender who you can't be too careless around.
Here's Augustine inside. Here's Bamba. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Crowder. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Heroes checked in for Andre Iguodala. The free throw drops for Butler.
You know, and Butler wasn't a starter until midway through his second season. But since then, his minutes have gone up, and his productivity has gone way up.
And Orlando making a change here. Bamba's checked in. Now here's Fultz. 8 points for him. Passes it to Ross. Frazier kicks to Ross. Shot from the wing. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Crowder inside. He's against Bamba. Bamba with the block. Here's Fultz. Good on the 13-footer. Fultz has got 10 points in the game.
And you got to get a hand up on Fultz. I mean, he continues to show improvement from the mid-range area of the floor.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. It's the Magic. They're up by 1. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Orlando, Carter Williams is out there with Fultz. Then it's Terrence Ross, and it's Vucevic, and it's Birch in at the 4. Here's a look at the schedule for the Magic. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And for that matchup with the Kings, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And as he's checked in for Ross. Butler on the wing. Over Ennis. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Butler's got 10 points in just the second half. Here's Fultz, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here we go. It's Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
Butler looking like the Tasmanian devil on the break. You can't give him any room to run, or you might get your feelings hurt. And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Birch's shot's good.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Here's none. Almost, but it rolls out.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Here's Vucevic. And foul on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. This is still a close game, and he told us, guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami. Here's Vucevic, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Miami making a change here. Heroes checked in. Butler on the wing. He's guarded by Ross. And Butler gets it to go.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Fultz up and in on the layup. And the Magic lead by 2.
He is ambivalent to the pressure. I mean, when his team needs a bucket, Fultz is not afraid to step in and knock it down.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Gets the pass to Adebayo. Down low. And then Jones with the jam.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Pass to Frazier. Releases. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Frazier's got the lead up to 4 now for the Magic.
Yeah, his instincts are on display here. Fultz, a really good passer, excels at setting up teammates for easy looks.
To the wing right side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game.
Dishes it to Ross. From outside, off the mark. The Heat have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Gets the pass to Hero. Bucket is good. Heroes got the game tied up here for the Heat. Sounds like a rock concert in here.
And guys, that was the bucket they have been waiting for.
Fultz kicks to Ross. Frazier the pass to Gordon. Back to Frazier from deep. Miami grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. Out left to the wing. Here's Hero, defended by Gordon. Here's Jones, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Orlando. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. Robinson's checked in for Miami. And a switcher also for Orlando. Bamba's checked in. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Good!
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Here's Dragic. It counts! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
That's an incredible play from Goran Dragic. What a shot.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Adebayo passes to Butler. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And when things are tight, Butler just seems to step his game up. Tremendous score here in the clutch.
It drops.
You've got to be in just flat-out awe of this young man's ability. What a great understanding of the magnitude of the moment.
Out to the wing. Robinson against Frazier. To take the lead. He's off from 3. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and slam.
In your face.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't lose.
And a lot of style coming off the Cavaliers bus earlier. And it is indeed, D.A. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And the basket by Gordon. Aren't some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans. Unfortunately, we'll have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the move, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Clock at 4. Osman kicks to Garland. Buries the long-range jumper.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Traps in the tray.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And it's Love missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Off target from outside. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's Love penetrating, and he makes that one.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate. Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
Love the pass to Garland. Cleveland with a fresh shot clock. No good on that one. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Gordon. Here's Ennis, and Ennis slams it in.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
And that one's good. Osman.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Took him no time at all on that one. Garland's got 5 now.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Fournier. Kicks it to Ennis from downtown. Cans it from downtown. Ennis has got a couple of 3s now in the first with the Magic. The Cavaliers trail by 5 from 12 feet out. And it's Osman missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That is his first foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Fultz has checked in, and then for Cleveland, Nancy's checked in for Love, and Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman. Now the pass to Fournier. Here's Ennis. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Back to Porter. Pass to Drummond. Here's Garland, and he lays it straight in. 7 points in the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Ennis. 8 points for him. Fournier for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
And a wide open look for Porter. Cleveland the rebound. That one doesn't drop. And it's Ennis with the ball for the Orlando Magic. 6-point lead. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Nance, right side. There's Garland. And Vucevic pulls it down. And it's Gordon penetrating. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Porter. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. The second chance effort. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Magic up 6. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come.
This will be a rotation player.
And with the importance of the 3-ball nowadays, Greg, a great goal for Ennis.
He possesses length and athleticism on the wing, and if he can reliably knock down the triple, he's a consistent rotation player in this league.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Magic?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Ross and Gordon are the wings. Then it's Bamba. Then it's Markelle Fultz. And it's Birch in at the force line. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
Here's Porter, and it's blocked by Gordon. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Ross leading the charge. Nice shot there by Bamba. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Porter passes to Nance. Left side, Gordon. Porter with the steal. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Here's Thompson. It's hauled in by the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment. Good report. Thank you so much. Carter Williams with the bucket.
Hey, we know the three-point shot is a work in progress for Carter Williams, but when he's dropping it in from there, you got to get on it.
The Cavaliers trail by 11 to the paint. Here's Thompson. Kicks it out to Love. Keeps it alive. And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing, you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Vucevic checked in for Bamba. A switch here also for Cleveland. Sexton's checked in. Birch the pass to Ross. Back to Birch. And Vucevic kicks to Carter Williams. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Windler the pass to Love. Here's Windler. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. The second effort. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And stolen by Love. .115 left to play here in the second quarter. No good with the layup.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And, you know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke him.
Orlando shooting their first foul shots of the night here. Fournier's checked in for Terrence Ross. Drummond's checked in for Cleveland. Clark, you look at the defensive metrics for Nikola Vucevic lately, very good. And yet, he's been considered a liability at that end. So, in your opinion, which is?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I think it's a blend, quite honestly. The analytics say one thing, but in this day and age, the way the game is played, big centers are typically challenged from a mobility standpoint, especially trying to defend fleet-footed perimeter guys in pick-and-roll situations and in space. To Vucevic's credit, he's worked hard at becoming better, trying to be a better rim protector and recognize where he needs to be early on with anticipation. So he's making progress, but it's a blend in my mind.
Nancy's checked in for Cleveland. There's, oh my goodness! What a play!
Nance is special. How easy is it for him to make the spectacular look routine?
Back to Carter Williams. For three, Fournier knocks down the three ball. Fournier's got the lead up to 11 now for Orlando.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there.
Sexton finds Nance. Drummond working against Vucevic. It's stolen by Vucevic. To the middle. Here's Fournier. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The Frenchman Fournier, always looking to get the shot up, but really good at drawing fouls.
He hits the second from the line. Takes the three. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are leading by 12. And that does it for our half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Tipping off the second half, here's John Beeline's five. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the center position. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here comes Augustine late in the fast break. Lob pass to Gordon. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Orlando. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now. Looking to hold on to that. And checking out Cleveland, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And when I look at Orlando, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing that perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Outside Fournier. Ennis in the corner. Lock at 6. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
We got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now.
And you gotta love how well they safeguard their offensive possessions. You see the ranking, second fewest turnovers committed, terrific ball handling, and smart passing.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for James Ennis. Frazier, he's checked in for Fournier. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Here's Fultz. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the inside. And finished off by Porter.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
There's Garland, and that one drops for him. Garland's got 4 points this quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Now here's Ross. He's guarded close. Garland with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Ross with the steal. Fultz looking around. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And, you know, over time, Gordon's offensive game has evolved. I mean, he's capable of getting it going from anywhere now.
And you remember when Aaron Gordon came into the league, Clark, some questioned whether he had the size to play the power forward position. Not anymore.
Yeah, you take a look at what's important at that position. It's about mobility, versatility, and skill set. And he certainly fits the bill nicely there. He can defend the 3 or even some 4 positions and brings a lot of energy at both ends.
Here are the Magic now. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And then jammed down as he goes right over Larry Nance Jr.
Aaron Gordon is no pushover. Far from it. I mean, with the ability to knock down shots despite contact, this young fella's impressive.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic comes in for Mohamed Bamba. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Frazier.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Gordon. No good there. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
It's tipped. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Evan Fournier is checked in for Orlando. And Cleveland with a change here too. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Garland. Carter-Williams, the pass to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Really hard to say enough about how good Carter-Williams is at spotting the open man. He's got excellent vision and just a nice feel for what they're trying to get done in their offense.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Ross, that's good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Here's Windler. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Windler's got 6. Carter-Williams, the pass to Gordon. The basket good off the assist from Carter-Williams. Carter-Williams has got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Orlando. And from a recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Steve Clifford.
We're doing well. Great job. Show your hands.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando. Thompson dishes to Nance. The shot, no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Inside, here's Gordon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Nance.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
Here's Ennis. Makes it off the glass. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Orlando.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer, and we really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow.
Magic leading by 10. Lob pass to Gordon, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Porter, and the basket is good. Porter's got 4 this quarter.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Well, we've seen Vucevic expand his offensive repertoire, guys, adding to his old-school post game. He's now demonstrating perimeter shooting and playmaking ability, and that's opening some eyes.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for Ennis. Frazier, he's checked in for Fournier. And it's Fultz in for Augustine. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
And Clark, as Vucevic has stepped out from that mid-range to beyond the arc, it's paying dividends.
Yeah, not only is he shooting the three-point shot when he steps out there, but it spaces the floor and opens up things for his teammates, and he's proven himself to be a pretty good passer. The face-up game proving just as effective as his post-up game, which makes him a hard cover.
Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game. Not just coaches, but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Here's Fultz. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Garland. Osman kicks to Drummond. And he banks in the layup.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Stolen by Garland. And they're pushing it up. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
Now here's closer. And the call, the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. James Ennis comes in for Frazier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
Odd pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Augustine from outside. The Cavaliers pull it in. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
And so the Magic can now just hold on to the ball. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Back to Gordon. So the Magic win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed.
do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay. All right. That's it. That's payback. We're good. We're good. The game can end.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the 1. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of runs themselves.
And you can argue this is White at his best, just an absolute terror in transition.
Augustine passes to Fournier. That shot no good. Excellent D there from Markkanen. White wide open. He fires. Again, Chicago.
The complete game of Otto Porter. Overplay him, and it's a good bet. He'll find the open man.
Outside Gordon. To end the run. Oh, what a play!
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Now here is Carter. 17 points for him last game against Orlando.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
And yes, it's good. White's got 6.
Did you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
Outside Fournier. Here's the 3. That one's not going to go. And the Bulls going the other way now.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Augustine. Markkanen pulls it in.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And with this team, Zach LaVine has been thrust into the role of the leader. Still young in his own right, but as a rising star and a large part of the future, responsibilities have fallen in his lap.
Now here's LaVine. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. And LaVine throws it down.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And for LaVine, he is the best scorer on the team. And you know what, Smitty? He should be a leader.
You're right. That isn't something that's easy to step right into. After losses pile up, you feel more pressure and want to take over every game. Zach LaVine should be up to the task, but it will take some adjusting.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for Ennis. Frazier, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Fultz in for Augustine. Now here's Fultz. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
The Magic trail by 14. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
It's hauled in by Cornette. For Chicago, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Let's now take a look at some league leaders with the rundown of the best passing big men in the NBA over the past month. Aaron Gordon, number 1.
You think of some of the great passing big men over the years, and they are some of the best players ever. I mean, period. I'm sure that's not lost on him.
So he gets them both. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. It's deflected, and out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Fultz. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's putting up 13 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Count the basket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Magic trail by 18. Trying to end the drought. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And Fultz isn't bashful inside. He feels at ease shooting in the paint.
Poked away, and so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Here's Satoransky. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Done outside. Passes to Cornette. Stolen by Bamba. Here's Frazier. Over to the left wing. Second chance shot. And Bamba with the basket on the assist by Frazier.
Obviously a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Here's Dunn. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Extremely explosive off the dribble. Once Dunn gets the angle, it's over.
Ken Burks is checked in for Orlando. Carter Williams comes in for Frazier. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for the Bulls. Shaquille Harris comes in for Satoransky. Carter Williams dishes to Bamba. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And even though Bamba's going to have to add muscle, he's strong enough to power that one through the contact.
Orlando shooting their first free throw of the evening. Dunn attacking, and it's good for 2. Dunn's got 6 points.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
So as we end the first quarter, already at... Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
Markelle Fultz out there with Michael Carter Williams. Then it's Bamba. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Birch in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Now, here's Dunn. Here's the teardrop. And he lays it up and in. 8 points for him.
Love that little floater by Chris Dunn. He's trying to make it a weapon.
And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And here is Dunn following Evan Fournier's 3. Dunn attacking. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Gordon over Valentine. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Augustine with the steal. Oh, Vucevic in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now, here's Dunn. 10 points for him. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Vucevic. Left side, Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Now, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ken Burge is checked in for Clark, and it's Ennis in for Gordon. Augustine, Max Good.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Levine against Fournier. Carter, that's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Carter's got his first bucket of the night.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Here's Levine. They have a 9-point lead. Fournier pulls it down.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Drops in the layup for two.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Levine for three. Here's Dunn. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches. And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now here's Levine. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Burge kicks to Ennis. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
And Levine, here we go. It's good.
Right there, the burst of Zach LaVine. Once he gets a step on you, it's hard to catch up.
To the paint, deflects the pass, and stolen by Dunn. Down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Terrence Ross comes in for James Ennis. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Magic shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Carter-Williams hits them both. 29 seconds left in the first half. White drives in, and White slams it in.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Here's Fultz, and it's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. 17 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Fultz.
Zach LaVine has all the tools to be a great defender. Just needs to become more consistent about it.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second.
A late bloomer in high school, Zach LaVine could still be just scratching the surface of his true ability.
And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Fultz. And a close game so far through the first. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to... Chris Dunn led the way in the first half. He had 13 points, 2 steals, and 1. And...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And you know, Chris Dunn has really been making it happen, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Bulls 5 right now. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5. Home in the paint. Steve, we're seeing more and more teams turn to high motion offenses with a lot of passing, a lot of movement. What makes those systems, do you think, successful in today's game?
I think when you're in constant movement, especially with the rules where you can't grab and clutch and touch, it makes it hard for the defenders to keep guys in front of them. And it's hard to switch defensively when you have a team always in motion.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Here's Bamba after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Carter against Bamba. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bamba's got 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
White looking around. Shoots the 3. They grab their own miss. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bulls lead by 3.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Ross. Back to Fultz. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 8.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
LaVine with it. Bamba picks him up. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged. And everything has to be earned.
Here's Fultz. After the Bulls pick up 2. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They led by as many as 18 points. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
Now here's Markkanen. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Inside. Here's Bamba. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Now it's a 3-point Orlando lead.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Chalk up 2 there.
Beautiful find by LaVine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
Fultz the pass to Gordon. Frazier against LaVine. Gordon kicks to Fultz. Four on the shot clock. Here's Ross. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Harrison's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky's subbed in for Zach LaVine.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Birds the pass to Carter Williams. Fournier for three. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Satoransky against Fournier. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Magic have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. And the Bulls making a change here. Young's checked in. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Fournier. And there it is for him. Fournier's got the lead up to 4 now for the Magic.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Harrison passes to Hutchison. Here's Cornette. Vucevic defending. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. To the inside. Goes up to the stripe. The shot misses.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over eager.
Ennis. Good work there as it goes. Ennis has got 7 points.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
And they pick up 2.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Ennis, DJ Augustine out there with Michael Carter Williams, and it's Vucevic, and it's Fournier in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now a timeout called by Orlando. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
And this is what you want to see more of from Bamba, making an effort to share the rock.
And Levine, here we go. Left side, Markkanen. Back to Levine. To the paint. It's tipped. Gordon with it. And it's Carter picking him up. Ross in the corner. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Mets. On Sunday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Fultz kicks to Gordon. He dishes it to Bamba. Shot clock at 6. Nice D from Porter. Bulls trail by 4. Carter, the pass to Levine. Out to Carter. And another turnover here by Chicago.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And finished off by Fultz.
I love the energy from Fultz. An incredibly crafty and creative score.
Outside, White. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Bamba against Markkanen. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time for the Magic. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Ennis comes in for Frazier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Outside, White. He kicks it to Levine. On the wing, Levine. It's stolen by Ennis. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And that couldn't have gone better for them right there. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish this thing off in style.
That free throw good from Gordon. Bulls trail by 7. Here's Levine. Rebounded by Vucevic. Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Vucevic. And that's 15 points for Aaron Gordon.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Vucevic against Carter. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Clock at 4. And Levine, here we go. And it's blocked by Gordon. Now here's Ross. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Another shot. Levine finds Carter. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. That one falls coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists in the game. And it's Gordon penetrating.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Markkanen against Gordon. Here's White. Orlando grabs the miss.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
The Magic need to get a shot off here. From the arc. Ennis misses. And here are the Bulls now. 8-point game. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Now here's Porter. Defense is right there. Carter. It's good on the putback.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
And it's in there.
Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on the comeback.
Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Woo-wee. If you want to know what Zach LaVine is made of, you just found out.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. So the Magic win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that moment.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end
I feel it. I feel it.
The Magic on their way to the locker room earlier tonight. We're going to break in the action now. Let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Miami. They've had a great season, and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Magic sitting there 4 spots below.
And when I look at Orlando, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them, Greg. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem, and it's Ennis in at the 3. Now here's Gordon, misses the layup. Here's Adebayo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Augustine, that's good. You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. Here's Gordon. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Aaron Gordon is a tremendous athlete, and if he gets you off your feet with a pump fake, turn the lights out.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for Ennis. Frazier, he's checked in for Fournier. And it's Fulton for Augustine. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well. Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Right side, Jones. Over Gordon. Jones, no luck. Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Ross with the slam.
Boy, there aren't many who can finish better at the rim on the move than Terrence Ross. How about the finish?
Here's Jones. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And so Jones nails both of them. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
Outside Dragic. Here's Hero. Frazier covering. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Fultz, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring. And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Here's Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
And the energy of Fultz, impressive. Has an ability to nail difficult shots over an aggressive defense.
Ken Burch is checked in for the Magic. Carter Williams comes in for Frazier. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. The Magic have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. And he knocks down the first one. The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. And both free throws good for Ross.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Dragic against Carter Williams. Hero passes to Adebayo. And it's Orlando with the rebound. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The Heat trail by 7. Now Dragic, 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Fournier now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Butler with the ball. Bamba picks him up. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Carter Williams. Here's Birch. Pass to Bamba.
Well, obviously, this is where Mo Bamba is so dangerous. You make a mistake on the defensive end, he's going to take free throws.
The Magic shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And the basket by Jones.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some latent defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so it's Orlando. You learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult journey to where he is.
Basketball. That's that. It always took my mind off everything.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so, in the game for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. Ennis out there with Mohamed Bamba. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, down low.
I like how Kelly Olynyk finds a number of different ways to contribute to his team. A selfless player who always does what's asked of him.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Vucevic. Terrence Ross comes in for James Ennis. Frazier, he's checked in for Fournier. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Now here's Gordon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
How effortless is a dunk for Aaron Gordon? He's ready for takeoff, gentlemen.
Here's Nunn after the Magic pick up 2. Iguodala outside. Fires the 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
And now Orlando on the break. And Frazier with the basket on the assist by Bamba. Now it's a 4-point Magic lead. Miami's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Outside Crowder. Right wing. Here's none. It's hauled in by Gordon. Orlando leading by 4. Here's Frazier. Rebound by Olynyk.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's none. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Ross with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. The Heat trail by 4.
Magic foul.
For the Magic, Kem Birch comes in for Bamba. And it's Carter Williams in for Frazier. The Heat making a switch here. Nunn passes to Silva. And here is Olynyk. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter.
Remaining in the quarter.
Here's Ross. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Miami's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Olynyk, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a 3. He might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building 3. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
Carter Williams with the bucket. And the Magic lead by 2.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rockets the pass to Silva. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Orlando with the ball. After the Heat pick up 2. Carter Williams with the bucket.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Rockets the pass to Silva. Here's Hero. Lays it up and banks it in. Hero's got his first basket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Birch. Makes it off the glass.
I tell you what, that's an excellent pass there. Carter Williams almost with like a 6th sense to see the play as it develops.
Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Augustine, no luck.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Robinson goes in. They now take the lead. Robinson's got his first points of the night. 8 seconds left here in the second. Now here's Ennis. 1 second left. And that one released in time, but no good. And now.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They have a 2-point lead. Kenny, what do you think? Thanks for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Kelly Olynyk displaying his skills today.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half. Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's none in at the point.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
Here's Robinson following the score by Aaron Gordon. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Sunday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 10. Passes it to Ennis. 5 on the clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. A drive by Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Capable of finishing off the drive. I love how determined Nikola Vucevic looks when he puts the ball on the deck.
Adebayo passes to Jones. Second chance shot. They get it again. Adebayo kicks to Jones. The putback. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Boy, though he'll never be a blocks leader, Butler has the size and hops to do more of this.
And Jones slams it in.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And you look at Jimmy Butler. He's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jones finds Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Augustine. It's blocked. Here's the break. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's got the lead up to 6 now for Miami. Here's Augustine. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
This is not easy for a 6-footer to get his points inside, but you can see the tenacity of DJ Augustine.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for James Ennis, and it's Frazier in for Fournier. You know, Doris, I know your style of play at Providence was one of aggressiveness, a lot of instinct, a lot of smarts, great skill. But I think you also have an appreciation for the players that are real scrappy on the floor.
What I love, Kevin, are guys who can influence the game without having incredible offensive skill. So a guy like Patrick Beverly, so a little bit undersized, but would you like to have that guy pick you up at 94 feet, be in your grill and in your face like he gives no quarter, he gives no concessions? If he were checking Kevin Harlan, my goodness, you'd have a long night.
That would be a torture chamber. I agree with you. Markel Fultz has checked in for Augustine. 7-footers typically challenged as far as mobility. But Doris, you look at Mo Bamba, he appears to be very fluid.
Well, he's listed at 7 feet. He's actually 7'1" in shoes. And despite that height, Kevin, as you mentioned, Mo Bamba is a very fluid athlete. He's got exceptional feet, tremendous upside for Bamba.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
Well, Mo Bamba, no doubt.
And here's Dragic. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Iguodala kicks to Leonard. Trying to get open is Crowder. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Magic lead by 2.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Dragic dishes to Crowder. There's the pass to Silva. Dragic left side. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 9-1 run. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Fultz. And it's Miami with the rebound.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong. And by that, Greg, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Iguodala, that's good.
Well, Kev, we know Andre Iguodala has proven himself a capable three-point shooter. You've got to show him a measure of respect.
7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA. And you see it right there on display.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Fultz is out there with Michael Carter-Williams. And it's Vucevic. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the force. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Pass to Hero. But they'll get another chance. Vucevic with the rebound. Orlando leading by 3. Fultz with the ball. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Dragic against Ross. To the middle. Here's Olynyk. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Vucevic.
Well, Olynyk is such a long guy. Exceptional at using his body to get to the free throw line.
So for the Magic, Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. And it's Frazier in for Carter-Williams. And Ross with the slam.
Boy, you need to have the kind of vertical Terrence Ross has to take care of that basketball. My goodness, the alley-oop a lot easier when he's on the receiving end.
None passes to Hero. Miami no good on that time either. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Heat with some changes. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Olynyk. And it's Butler in for Hero. Back to Fultz. Knocked away. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's the lob to the hoop. And finished off by Fultz.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Right side, Jones. Here's none. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, and when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line. Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Here's Frazier. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here is Robinson. 5 to shoot. None. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
For the Magic, Vucevic, he's checked in for Bamba. James Ennis comes in for Frazier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. On the wing, Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Boy, how about the tenacity of Aaron Gordon? So good at being assertive and taking over the offense when necessary.
And slammed in by Jones.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Ross on the wing. Defended by Butler. Butler against Ross. 6 to shoot. Now Augustine. And the wing jumper offline. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Adebayo. The 10-footer. It's hauled in by the Magic. Ross on the wing. Defended by Butler. Here's Ennis. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Ennis has got his first basket of the night.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Gordon trying to break loose. Butler, no good.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
And Vucevic kicks to Ennis. On the wing, Gordon. Back to Ennis. The tray. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. A 1-2. That's good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
A baseline J. The shot will not fall. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Here's Leonard, and he banks in the layup.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Now here's Carter Williams. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor.